This is Monday, November the 7th. And yeah, just the day before Election Day. Hope you all have voted. If you haven't already, you got tomorrow. And then on top of that, it's pretty interesting because we're still in eclipse season. We'll be talking about the full moon's ritual next after this evening. And so we have the full moon in Taurus, the sign of Taurus, known as the bull. And we also have the sun in Scorpio. So it's a lot of powerful, transformative types of energy, but also standing your ground and being fixed in your vision and in your methods and how you're moving forward. Just allow yourself to go with the flow, to stay fixed, stay focused, stay determined. Both signs are known for being very powerful and determined and bringing things into fruition. And both signs are actually also very noted for being focused on power, but especially money. So let's see the kind of vibes we're bringing in here with this lovely energy. Okay. All right. This makes sense. Tonight we have Purification from the Goddess Coventina. It's time for a cleansing detox of your body and mind. Well, look at that. We are already in the flow of that energy because we're going to meditate. Help to kind of detox our mind for just a moment. But Miss Coventina, a little bit about her. She's a powerful Celtic goddess, one of the waters, including oceans, lakes, streams, ponds, and rivers. How fitting for Scorpio season, which is ruled by the element of water. And she helps protect bodies of water and their inhabitants. She's happy to give you a divine assignment that is related to environmentalism, if you should choose. Wishing wells were made in her honor, and today we continue the practice of throwing coins into water while we make a wish. So it's Coventina who grants these wishes, and since our bodies are also made up primarily of water, she's involved with helping us to purify our physical selves as well, reminding us that purification also means keeping our thoughts, our speech filled with positive words that empower and strengthen our bodies and our lives. All right. The power of words is very transformative. There's I think it's on YouTube. I think that's where I was watching it. But there's a video actually that's really, really cool to watch about the power of words. I can't remember. They do mention Dr. Masaru Emoto in it, who's a Nobel Prize winner and physicist. He's the one that wrote the book, The Hidden Messages in Water, and talks about how water is a programmable energy. But if you got some time and you're on YouTube and look up the power of sound, the power of words, something like that. It's actually a pretty cool, like 20-minute video to watch to just let you know how to be mindful of your words and your thoughts, but it breaks it down into how those are words, which is sound, technically our voice, our tone, right? Also sets the tone for our energetic vibration on a physical and cellular level, as well as a spiritual level, mental level, and emotionally as well. So with that being said, I'm going to shut up, or well, sort of. I'm going to just leave meditation now. All right, so go ahead and just take a nice deep breath in with your eyes open, just looking around, taking in your environment, taking in your space. And then when you feel ready, you can begin to continue those deep breaths as you close your eyes gently and just allowing yourself to settle into this moment, finding your flow, your rhythm. Begin to dig those who's in and allow yourself to become more still and more settled within your space. Allowing the breath to help you anchor into your body and anchor into this moment, this meditation, this time. And just allowing all of the energies around you to settle like magical dust. Allowing those random specks of thought to begin to settle, falling down by the wayside. Any heaviness within the emotions and the heart space begin to wiggle loose and fall just as the leaves are doing outside, gracefully down. Any sensations within the body loosening up, tension loosening up. And you begin to notice the breath becomes smoother, the body becomes heavier, the breath becomes deeper, the body becomes more relaxed. And you find yourself sinking deeper and deeper within. Gracefully landing wherever you are in this moment. Just giving yourself permission to notice and observe all that may be going on within. Maybe you begin to seek that still point within yourself. Maybe you just ride and flow with the breath, allowing every thought, every feeling, sensation to just flow through. But no need to become so fixated on anything. Just allow yourself to notice, let go, and just flow. Flow with breath. Notice all that may be cluttering the mind. The to-do list, thoughts of your future, memories from the past, the moments that have brought you here this evening, all that has transpired this weekend, all that this week holds ahead. Just allow yourself to find that space in between. You can just allow yourself to be and just breathe in the midst of all that may be going on. Find your center. Find your breath. You will always find a way back to self. I see in the change of seasons, in the hustle and bustle of the world that exists outside of us, all that we are internally processing and receiving from within. Sometimes our minds, our spirit, our body become dampened or clogged with all of this excess, whether it's the food we eat, the drinks we consume, the things we watch, hear, or exposed to. Every once in a while, we should take the time to unplug and to disconnect so that when we are well rested and rejuvenated. We feel as if our souls and our spirit have been restored. We can then step back into the world. Pure heart, clear peace of mind. Our body full of life and vitality. And our spirit bright. Because you have chosen to embody that of the divine feminine in this lifetime, you also are created and hold the gifts of empathy and sensitivity, compassion, kindness, creativity, and also chaos, ability to deconstruct and to be wild, untamed. As we move and shift through these various archetypes and aspects of self, sometimes we pick up a little extra here and there, and the weight of the world becomes heavy. Our mind becomes clouded and foggy. Our emotions become muddy and uncertain. Our bodies no longer at ease, but in disharmony. And our spirit, sometimes our perspective can become bleak. And tonight's message of purification comes not as criticism, but a divine assistance that you deserve and have been asking for. This is a message for you to acknowledge that your vessel has become clogged and overused. The offending source comes from the psyche, your mind, your thoughts, the beliefs you hold of yourself, perceptions that you have of yourself. Maybe you've been ignoring all your body's signals to either rest and relax, to get moving, being more physical, taking the initiative. But your body is screaming for relief from the steady ingestion of worldly impurities. Perhaps you've also noticed a slump in your energy level. Has your degree of joy been less than? But the point is not to judge, but to notice, so you can receive the feedback that you need in order to make appropriate and necessary changes. Never mind the effects of past actions. there is a solution at hand. It is available for you right now. And now that you've heard this message, take heed. How can you take charge, take back your power, take ownership, leadership, your mind, your heart, your body, your spirit, your energy? What is it that has been clogging your vessel physically? Sometimes that's a little easier for us to pinpoint. What changes can you implement to detox your body, to clear your vessel of these impurities that taint its beauty, its efficiency, its health and vitality? How can you support your physical body in being an optimal, divine instrument? A feminine essence and embodiment. Does health and vitality physically look like for you? In what ways can you detox yourself emotionally? What heaviness do you still carry within your heart? And just breathe into those moments, those spaces, those places within your heart where you push things aside, you suppressed them down, ignored them for too long. Allow yourself to just breathe, let go. Imagining that energy releasing and flowing through your body, deep down into the earth. Give yourself permission to let go of the heaviness that your heart may be carrying. The worries, concerns, fears, pains, aches, judgments, disappointments, uncertainty. Just acknowledge those feelings. Each breath, imagining yourself breathing into those spaces and places where you may feel those emotions in the body. Allowing them to just soften, to loosen up, one breath at a time. No one else knows the depths of your heart and what lies in that space. It is okay for you to explore deeper emotions that continue to weigh you down, feel heavy, keeping you from fully enjoying the happiness, the bliss, and the pleasures this life can offer you. releasing heavier emotions, we have the tendency, our nervous system has the tendency to freeze, to fight. We may want to take flight, or we may fold and fawn. But however your body responds to the memories that have created and the experiences that have created any of the heaviness within your heart space, just notice where you feel it within the body. Continue to breathe into it, inviting it to soften, allowing any thoughts, any feelings that have attached themselves to it to come up and be snipped and released so that you can be free. Transforming, alchemizing your pains on purpose so that in that space you can now prosper. Allow any tears to water the seeds of new beginnings for a better and brighter future. Allow yourself to feel so that your body, this divine instrument, can communicate clearly to you through its sensations, through what you feel, what touches you, what you may touch. It provides you feedback all day long. Allow your body, your emotions to be free and clear. Creating space for the mind. Become kinder, more gentler. See things in a more favorable light. It's time to make new arrangements, to reconstruct the foundation for optimal well-being, health, vitality, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, energetically, sexually, and financially. What steps can you take to declutter and detoxify your mind? Maybe instead of watching TV, you decide to read a book. Maybe you minimize your screen time. Maybe you minimize your scrolling, controlling of any pages on social media. Maybe you unsubscribe from certain emails. Maybe you allow yourself to meditate daily. Maybe you implement the use of divination tools like cards or pendulum to assist you in finding clarity in things that you may be ruminating over. Maybe you give yourself permission to just breathe mantras, personalized affirmations so that you stay focused on who you are and how you want to show up in this world. Maybe instead of giving in to distractions, you implement tools and changes to help you stay focused on your goals. You choose to think with optimism, positive intentions versus worry and doubt. Take steps to alleviate any mental stress. Become more mindful in what you engage in, conversations, energy around you, noticing how you feel when you're around certain people and certain environments. They bring value to the life that you desire, the life that you have. In what ways can you minimize any unnecessary drama or stress? Can you choose your battles wisely as to not overexert your time and your energy because it is priceless. It's valuable. Your time and your energy, your presence here is valuable. Use it wisely. And be sure to keep a sharp focus on the contents of your mind as well as your words. The spoken word holds great power. Our words combine the sound of our voice, tone of voice, creates an energetic ripple out into the world. It affects those who hear it directly and indirectly. It affects our own physical body. What words you choose to speak over yourself this evening? What are 3 things that you are choosing to celebrate about yourself this evening? And from the lens of unconditional love, what are some areas of improvement, opportunities for growth? The words you think, the words you speak, is the very diet that feeds your existence and your reality. Express yourself from a pure mind, pure heart, and a changed outlook for the better is promised. If you've been feeling the intuitive guidance to make any necessary lifestyle changes, this is your confirmation, your sign that you are correct. So take heed and follow. Listen to the guidance, the goddess guidance from within. You've been indulgent or abusing certain things, foods, drinks. Now is a time to make necessary changes and minimize or remove them from your diet. Seek the healthiest option when feeding your mind, your heart, and your body. Listen to the wisdom of your body. It'll tell you what it needs each and every time. You just listen. Be sure to keep your thoughts and your speech positive and uplifting. Tonight's message can also be validation that you are on the right path and what you are doing is working for you. If you've recently implemented some necessary changes in your life, celebrate yourself for following your intuition, for listening to your body, and taking the initiative. Personal change and transformation, growth. Imagine your connection to spirit clear. Your communication with spirit is clear. Your mind is calm and tranquil. Your emotions just smooth, calm. Your body is relaxed and at ease. Finances flow to you with ease. You are resourceful. Give yourself permission to experience pleasure and joy. You allow yourself to receive heavenly guidance and contributions, as well as earthly assistance and divine intervention. Allow yourself to be a clear channel, the embodiment, the divine feminine above and below. Feel the mind, the body, the heart, and your soul nicely balanced, harmonized, fluid, peaceful, pure. And just taking a nice deep breath once again. Give yourself a moment. Just come back, present. We're opening your eyes, just bringing some gentle movements to your physical body. Maybe you find yourself rubbing your thighs, your belly, your shoulders, your neck, just to bring some aliveness, connection to yourself and your body. Maybe you begin to expand your movements, give yourself maybe a little massage, maybe taking a little stretch, rolling to the neck and the shoulders, and then taking one more deep breath in, allowing the belly, the heart space, the mind to expand and open, and as you exhale, letting it all out. And opening your eyes as you come out. Meditation. Okay, so let's see what the collective message is. Oh, okay. So collective message is this is a very powerful time to work some magic, okay? Because we have the lunar eclipse, and like I said, Taurus energy is about well, from what I know, I'm not the astro maven expert, the astro expert. So needs a lot more into, or has a lot more understanding, I guess, and knowledge in that area. But what I do know is that Taurus rules the second house, which is about what you value. Okay, and so it's kind of interesting if you know how to generate your birth chart, or if you already have an app. It's pretty cool to look and see what that second um, your second house, what sign is in your second house, because what that does is it lets you know what it is that you value, and when you have clarity on that, then it's like, oh, okay, because sometimes we end up, at least I know with myself, kind of fighting, against ourselves, trying to conform or trying to uphold the norm, and it's not necessarily conducive to what really brings us happiness. A lot of times, the things that we like truly value, when we live in harmony and balance with that, that is when we feel our happiest and most joyful. We can really experience the pleasures, the abundance, the fruitfulness of what life on earth can also be like. It doesn't have to be to a certain magnitude, like we're not comparing our lives or anything to other people. There's a lot of people out there who have a lot of stuff, but they are miserable, and there's a lot of people who have little, and they're actually some of the happiest people I know. So um, it's one of those things where just kind of seeing where that is in your birth chart, and that will tell you the things that you hold dear, the things that you really value. So for instance, I'll use myself as an example. In my second house in astrology, which second house is ruled by the energy of Taurus, right? So it's like about our foundations, the things that we, like I said, value, the things that we really desire, how we go about bringing that into fruition, and so forth. So with that being said, my second house, I have Sagittarius in my second house. Sagittarius is all about freedom and higher learning, and so go figure. I'm a little bit of a nerd and philosophical as well. So I like learning of all sorts. But I also like Sagittarius, they like freedom. They like their individuality. A lot of times they might be like the adventurer, the risk seeker. They might be a little bit eclectic or like more of a free spirit type of vibe. So, those are the things that I really value in my life. I started to notice, oh, I do value my independence. I do value, also with it being Taurus, I do value like beauty and luxury and stuff like that, but in a way that helps me to feel independent and free. So um, go figure, I've been pretty much self-employed almost my whole life. I've always had issues with authority because I'm like, you're trying to control me, and I value freedom instead. But when you understand that about yourself and how you're cosmically composed, then it helps you to say, oh, okay, and get that clarity. So now you're not in your mind, thinking of, oh, like, what's wrong with me? I should be more like this. How come I don't like that? Maybe because you're not designed to. And so that kind of helps with purifying the mind a little bit, because then you get to understand yourself, and you're, born that way, but at the same time, it gives you direction, right? It helps the mind to be decluttered of all the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, and be like, oh, okay, well, now I see why that didn't work. So that offers you healing, and now you have clarity in the direction that you can go in. The things that bring you that value, the things that you find to be important or significant in your life, the things that you're probably more than likely to invest your time and energy in, or things that you naturally gravitate towards. Some of those things, you look at your second house, you'll be like, oh, okay. So like I said, depending on the sign that you have in that house, that can tell you a lot about things that you value and how you can bring that into fruition, like build a foundation from that. And then the other part, since this is Scorpio season, is Scorpio rules the eighth house. I was like, where was I going with this? Scorpio rules the eighth house. So the eighth house is about, that which is taboo, other people's resources, power. It can also be about like how you transform or the changes, like when you go about changes, are you, real open to it? Are you like fixed and stuck? So it can kind of help you dive into those areas, your sexuality, partners, and so maybe darker like shadow work and so forth. So depending on what sign you have in that house, I can tell you how you go about it. I don't personally really know I don't think I know I'm not going to look for it right now, but I don't know what is in my eighth house. But anyways, that's fine, because I don't need to right now, but you get the idea. So your homework this week, or the collective message, actually will be to, if you already have a astrology app, or if you would like some suggestions, Sanctuary World is a good astrology app. That is one that Sydney is on. I think she holds a shift on it right now from 7 to 9 p.m. actually. But Sanctuary World is a good one. Co-Star is a good one. I know the pattern is a little different because it's astrology based, but I don't think it gives you an actual like chart. And you can always just go online to like cafeastrology.com. They have a lot of free birth charts. You can always Google it if you want to, but I would check out your birth chart and see where Scorpio and Taurus are placed in your birth chart, so that you can learn how to own your power and step into your power in those areas. And that way, it alleviates a lot of the mental stress, emotional stress that we may be putting on ourselves, so that we can stand more firmly and in truth, in our purpose and our vision and our mission while we're here, and align ourselves with the things that we truly value, so that we can allow ourselves not only to be more empowered, but to step into that and transform the lives of others as well. Okay, because it's Scorpio is about power, intuition, um, the details, and Taurus is definitely about taking like one step at a time to build that new foundation. And so this is a very, very powerful time. Okay, energetic. So I'm going to stop the recording.